Okay, so we are now climbing up to the ridge. And what we really want to have a look at is the beautiful view on the ridge as well as the Christ Church. We've taken a shortcut, but we could have actually come here also from here, from the mall. And the building, the white building that you see, is probably a residence annexed to the church. So now we're going to start climbing, and in a few hundred
It's so chilly, I feel like going skydiving.
We are going to be on the ridge where you have the ceremonies where people stand up, they meet together to catch the sun, and that's it. These here are the permanent residents of the ridge. You can usually find them soaking the sun, sleeping around. There's quite a few of these stray dogs. Fortunately, there's a really nice government husbandry department service which takes care of their health, and most of them seem to be well fed. I've offered them food, but they don't want it. So that's the view. Now we are on the ridge. The ridge is a massive water tank. It contains the tanks which bring water to the city, and now they're right under. We are standing on them. And here is the State Library, we can see, and the church. And now we'll shift a little bit. We will be able to have a look at the Hanuman statue. There it is. And there is the Gandhi statue over there. We will go closer to it. And then you can also have amazing horse rides. You've got these boys which sell balloons, you've got candy, you've got selfie sticks, you've got bubble making machines, and you've got the dogs over the place. So that's the father of the nation. I remember once upon a time these spectacles that he had on his head were always stolen by theatric companies for some play or the other, so eventually they decided to weld them onto the statue. So the building on the right is the State Library, that one. It used to house the State Library. You still have the children and main section, but the library for adults has been shifted towards the university from what I know. So I'm just going to turn around. You can have a good look at the ridge. There's been some function for which so this central area is not allowed to, cars are not allowed here, but there is a demarcated area where cars can fly. You can see the Indira Gandhi statue in the distance, and then you can see the place where the horses are all standing to give rides to the tourists.
But voice over में lip sync नहीं होता ना, highlight add हो गया.
We have come from the ridge, and if we go upwards, where you can see the trees, that road goes to Jaku. This is the area of Lakkad Bazaar, and once upon a time there was a Regal cinema here, and on the top floor, which has been now burnt, there used to be the skating rink, which is no longer there. You have shops where we would come and buy trinkets for ourselves. You also have the shop for authentic novelties and antiques. And there at the top there's a light burning way in that building at the top, that brown building. So that is where there is a Prince of Wales chamber. In the distance you can see the towers. They are on top of the Kendriya Vidyalaya school. And then you have the markets of Lakkad Bazaar. And then in the distance we can have a look at Elysium Hill. There's a tower on top of that as well, and on top of it is the Stirling Castle. And then you have a lot of construction on the sides. At the end there somewhere you can see Bharadi, where you have the police lines, and then you have Lower Bharadi, you have Dudhli, and then you have the outer reaches, and then you have the mountain ranges. So again, if I move around back, you see the ridge, and that's where we are right now. So we have fruit stalls, food shops over here. We've got street food over here. So you can have chana kulcha, cheese kulcha, chana chutney chaat. Really nice display. Police checking room. Beyond this point, cars are not allowed unless they're ambulances or they have specific permits. Elysium Hill again. And we move along and we reach the area which is more Lakkad Bazaar. If we continue on the top road, we will go past the IGMC hospital, and if we go down, we will reach Auckland School. So here again, we see another of these fountain hydrants, and this is where we have put in the modern taps. But what I wanted to show you was there used to be, if you look at this building, Shimla Waterworks, Turnkey Man, Lakkad Bazaar. Very, very old building. Still functional, still in use. And here you come to the area of Lakkad Bazaar. So if you continue on the top road, you reach the IGMC hospital, where there's a medical college here. And if you go down the bottom road, the one which is sloping downwards, you reach Auckland House School, and then you can continue further to Elysium Hill. We are going to Longwood, so it will be interesting to see what we find along the way.